Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Jake Show.
Jake, do you remember the first time we met?
I do. I remember.
We talked a lot on the phone before that.
We did. You kept blowing me up all
Yeah.
the time.
So this guy looks like he's doing pretty good out there. I gotta get a piece of this.
I want a piece of that.
Hey, yo.
I remember meeting you for the first time ever at Cost Tours in Decatur.
Yep.
I remember. It was a good conversation. I don't think we really talked much about business or anything like that whatsoever. I do remember. Were you wearing like a blazer or something like that? I think you were kind of like dressed up.
Maybe not a blazer, but probably a dress.
I think you were dressed up, and
Yeah.
I remember thinking, this guy just looks like an insurance. I remember that.
You know what I remember?
Oh God, what you got?
I remember they came to take our order, and you got Gasada, like the soup.
Gasada, yes.
And I thought you said asada, like carne asada.
Yes, I remember that.
I was
Yes.
like, this sounds great. I would love a carne asada right now. I was like, I'll think the same thing. And it came out in a soup. And I was like, what the fuck? What did I get?
I remember that clearly. Yes, I completely forgot about it. That was my health craze, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember feeling your disappointment. Like I didn't even have to ask you. I knew you were like, what the hell is this?
Dude, I was not ready for a bowl of soup, that's for sure.
Oh man, I remember that. No, dude, I remember, leaving then, and at that time I think I was working with an insurance agent too that worked you,
Yeah.
and I thought, oh, he's a cool guy, but I'm still gonna work with my dude, or whoever I was at the time, and God knows what you're thinking about me. I think I was just being Jake, and, I don't think I was showing up on the show or anything. I do remember I had heard a week or two later, something like after that. I thought our meeting went well, but I do remember hearing that my top realtor agent at the time, went out to lunch with another mortgage guy.
I did.
And I was mad. I was mad as hell about that. And I really held that against you there for a few months till we broke the ice.
Did you?
I did.
I didn't know that.
I was mad. I had seen it as because she had called me up and said like, hey, just so you know, you met with Corbin, right? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, hey, I just had a meeting with him, and he brought this mortgage guy, and I don't know what's going on with that.
The mortgage guy is the one who invited me, actually.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I was working with him since day one. Like when I first started, me and him started working together, and he's been great. I still love him.
Yeah.
His name's Juan. He's a great guy.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, he's a great guy, but he actually set up the meeting with Lucy, and then he was like, hey,
we're throwing names out.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. My bad. Maybe bleep that out, but
nah, we'll keep it.
But yeah, and then he was like, hey, yeah, I know that you've done some events with her or whatever. I was like, yeah, there's another guy I've done some events with too that was always there.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name though.
I took it as this guy. I was pretty much at that point. I was like, all right.
You can't double dip, man.
I was mad, dude. I wasn't like pissed, but I remember I was like, this dude's going to take me out to eat. I want my work, and then come out here and promote this. Like, what in the world is this guy thinking?
I double dip a little too often. I've had a problem. It actually reminds me of the way I met my girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
No.
We bringing a story up.
Yeah. I'll go ahead. The way we met, she was friends with a girl I worked with. She was actually roommates with her. And I never met her, even though I've been over to the girl I work with. Her name is, we'll just call her Chelsea. It was her name, actually.
It was her name.
Yeah.
We're making up a name, but it's
actual name. I couldn't think of anything on top of it. So I worked with Chelsea. I've been over to her house several times for like get-togethers and whatnot. And she was just always, my girlfriend now is just always in her room. And I never met her once. For like the 7 months that I've worked with Chelsea, I've always been over to her house and done a bunch of different things over there. And never met her. But there was a night I went to a formal, which a formal is like sororities, like they're like semester prom. Like every semester they have a formal. One of my buddies was dating a sorority girl, and her friend needed a date. So I went as a date to the formal.
With the girlfriend?
No, not with my buddy's girlfriend's friend.
Gotcha.
So I went with this girl to formal, and we ended up going to a bar after that. And this is out in Lubbock, and we're all hanging out. And I got my arm around the girl that I just went to the formal with, and we're all dancing and whatnot. And next thing you know, I look up, and my now girlfriend standing at the top of the stairs with all of her friends looking down on me. And I remember she just walked over and we were all dancing and whatnot. And I have my arm around this girl I just went to formal with. And I kind of just look at her and I'm like, I think I like that one more.
Oh, man.
So I take my arm off the girl I went to formal with and started dancing with my now girlfriend.
You player.
That's kind of how we met.
That's awesome. So, like, could you tell that that your current girlfriend was, I guess, checking you out, or was it just you saw her in the distance and that was that?
I heard from the grapevine, like from the girl I work with and a few other people that she like kept asking about me and whatnot, like who's that, what, and all that. So that was the first time I met her, and I was like, shoot, I should have been asking about her this whole time. And so yeah, I just met that girl that night, the girl I went to the formal with, so it didn't matter to me too much. So it's like
it's college, there's no hard feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
she left some other guy too.
Yeah, probably so. I didn't see her after that. She probably did. But no, yeah, that's how we met.
When did
so I'm a notorious double dipper. That's
so you just be pissing off everybody.
Yeah.
How long, out of curiosity, how long did it take you and your girl to like kind of start making things official from that point on? Or what is there anything interesting between then and
for me it wasn't very interesting. It freaking took forever.
Okay, please tell.
We took it slow. I mean, like we were both in our senior years of college, so both like, kind of looking for a little bit more serious things than what you were prior.
Yeah.
The first few years I wasn't looking for anything, but
you're looking for something.
Yeah. But yeah, so we just took it slow and just started talking. We talked for like 3 months, and then finally I asked her to be my girlfriend. She actually told me no the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you handle that?
I was like, how anyone would. I was pissed.
Oh, man.
No, I wasn't too mad. It was just kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, well, we've been talking for 3 months. Felt like the right time.
Did she give you like an explanation?
Yeah, she just was like, I'm not ready. Like, I'm not sure yet. And then, literally asked like a week later, and she was like, yeah, I'm ready. I was like, okay.
She's seen a week to simmer down.
I guess so. I guess she wanted the feeling of turning me down.
Yeah. Every time they have an argument or you do something,
she
brings that back up. I turned you down once.
Oh no, I bring it back. I bring it up more than she does because I'm like, remember when you denied me? Now you say you love me, huh?
I can't make up her mind.
Yeah, I know.
No, I can honestly say, man, I have not had the opportunity yet to meet your girl, but just from all the stuff that you have said about her on these recordings, as well as private, man, I can tell that you are truly in love, man.
Absolutely.
I'm happy for you. That's a blessing, brother.
Thank you, man. I hear the same about you as well.
Yeah.
Never met Tanya, but
me and OT, dude.
Shaboing,
yeah. I got a bone to pick with our viewers out there. Can someone explain to me in a moral fashion how a podcast with the title Shaboing gets 100 views, and me and Corbin's recent podcast, Come As You Are, obviously about Christian faith, only gets 20? What's wrong with the world out there?
Hey man, yeah, I mean we gotta put wigs on or something. That's what
I
kind of chalk it up to.
I guess so, but
you put a girl in the header or in the picture,
I think it was all her. I think she was doing the work.
Yeah,
just on the cover there.
I know
the thumbnail. No, man, T and I, we have a very interesting kind of story. We talked a lot about it in that Shaboink episode, just her and I. But one thing we really didn't talk about was how we, I guess, officially met. Tanya, to this day, is the only girl ever in the history of the world who literally took my breath away upon first sight of her. This is no BS. It's 100% story. I was single at the time. She was dating somebody. I remember it was my first day ever working at First National Bank in Chico, Texas. I'd come in. I was getting the tour with one of the other people that were working there, one of the ladies. And I remember the lady was showing me the cash counter machine thing. I don't know exactly what you call it, the machine that counts cash. And all of a sudden, Tanya, as she's known to do, was showing up a little bit late to work. And all of a sudden, I heard the girl say, "Oh, here's Tanya." And I remember turning around and I saw Tanya Ortega for the very first time in my life. And I remember I just couldn't speak. I was just like, "Oh, hello." And I don't ever do that. And I remember it was so noticeable that like she had laughed and said, "Oh, I don't have to put my makeup on, but dang," or something like that. That was the first time we had ever met. And again, at that time, I was single. I was in between a relationship at that time. And I was kind of looking at date. I wasn't looking for anything serious. I remember asking that girl that gave me the tour, I said, "Hey, is that girl got a boyfriend?" And she was like, "Yeah, she's been dating a guy for a while now." And I was like,
"Oh, ruined your night."
Yeah, that was that. I wanted to quit my job. But,
can't look at her.
Yeah. But no, it was cool. I wasn't upset or anything like that. Like, oh, all right.
Yeah, you were.
Well, I remember at that point we were working with each other. T was my boss for about 2 months till they put me in charge of her.
Oh, did she ever bring that up?
No.
No?
No. She knows I was the right one for the job. But I kind of became her, I guess you could say, unofficial supervisor. And her and I just hit it off really well. I eventually got back in a relationship. She was obviously in her relationship. And her and I literally just became really, really good friends. No strings attached, nothing like that. There was no interest romantically, as far as I know. T was one of the bros, and I was one of the girls. That was that. Yeah, we never hung out outside of work. We would text a little bit here or there, but it was literally just casual, whatever.
Yeah.
And I never saw, although she was beautiful, I always thought she was beautiful. I never saw Tanya as anything more than a friend. And then fast forward a couple years, I get out of that relationship that I was in. I don't know if you know this or not. Tanya ended up having a child with the guy that she was dating. And that guy actually sadly passed away in a car accident.
Oh, that is sad.
Yeah, when her son was only about a year old. And so she went through all of that. She did all of that when she was on her own. I think about 2 years or so had passed from that point on until her and I had kind of rekindled our relationship. I remember she had took off from work to focus on her son whenever he was born. And I had eventually left the work to go pursue mortgages. And so her and I, we followed each other on the socials. We didn't really talk much at all. We hadn't talked to each other in a few years. Again, she was focused on being a mother. I was focused on mortgage. I started a career in that. And I was looking to get a Spanish-speaking assistant to help out with my work. At that time, I was really trying to pursue that market. And I hit up my old friend Tanya to see if she'd be interested in a job, and she turned me down.
Oh,
no.
So we both got turned down.
We both got turned down. You got turned down for a girlfriend, got turned down for an assistant.
Time to pay the bills.
Hey guys, quick break from the show. If you don't already know who I am, I'm Jake Martinez. Not only am I the host of The Jake Show, but I'm also a veteran mortgage lender. Now, if you're not really sure what a mortgage lender does, I'm basically the guy who helps you figure out how to actually buy a home or improve the one that you already have. I look at your income, credit, and goals and show you what's realistically possible, whether that's buying, refinancing to lower your monthly payment, or just getting a clear game plan on what you can and are able to do. No pressure, no confusing bank talk. We can even run everything with a soft pull so it doesn't hit or affect your credit. If you got questions or just want to see what your options are, hit me up anytime. Call or text 940-389-5443. I would love to see what options are available to you. Now back to the show.
Licensed Texas Mortgage Lender. NMLS number 2453141. Equal housing lender.
And from that point on, her and I had kind of just started, talking again as friends again for months upon months. We were still never more than anything besides for friends. She was talking about guys. I was talking about girls and all that good stuff there. And the next thing you know, as we talked about in Sheboygan, she came over for a little game night and she let the wine talk. And the rest is history, man.
Hey.
Tanya and I were good old pals before we ever were anything anything like we are now.
It's a good way to do it too.
It is.
To be friends before.
It is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, with that, there comes issues with some of the stuff that you say as friends.
I was about to say, I don't know if it ever bothers you or anything, just thinking about what y'all used to talk about with,
it does. I think
either of y'all, where you were like, oh, I'm into this girl, and she's like, oh, I'm into this guy. And now you're thinking about it, like, oh.
For me, it really doesn't really affect me much at all because I'm just kind of like, whatever. That was for anything. With her, she does get, a little bit upset with some of the stuff, but again, whereas she gets a little bit upset about it, she's never gonna let it get out of proportion or anything like that. She may say like one or two things to me, and that's that. But what can we do? What can we do? So it is what it is. But no, she's pretty cool, man. She's pretty cool.
Well, I can tell the same way that you're saying how me and my girlfriend are. I know you and Tanya are kind of seems like that's the one for you. So that's awesome.
Yep. Same here to you, man.
Yeah.
You guys aren't engaged yet, right?
No, not yet. Not yet. Hopefully.
Possibly plans for that in the future?
Man, yeah, absolutely plans for it in the future. Just trying to figure everything out right now.
Hope she doesn't reject you again.
Man, I hope not. If she says no this time, I think I'm done.
I think give it a week.
No, she's got plenty of time to think about it. She's had about 3 years.
Just tell her straight, but like, hey, this is probably going to happen at some point in time. So make up your decision. I don't want to know a week long.
Maybe I'll give her like a litmus test. I'll see if she says yes to it.
Oh man. No, dude, it's funny how relationships start. I've had many great relationships, not just romantic, but friendship too, in business wise, that started out kind of awkward or even I didn't like somebody.
Yeah,
I remember like even my best friend, some of my best friends, like I started out like not having a good sense of them.
Mm-hmm.
A good example is I've talked about this guy before, my buddy Bryce. Him and I went to school with each other in a relatively small town for our entire lives. I never said anything with him. I never chatted with him at all until our freshman sophomore year of high school. And I won't forget we were at football practice, and then afterwards I know him and I were kind of standing next to each other, and he said something about looking for a job. And
yeah.
I was working up at the old Chicken Express in Bridgeport. And I said, well, I think we're hiring. And the next thing you know, he says, hey, I get a ride to go apply.
It all goes back to Chicken Express.
It all comes back to Chicken Express. Well, he went and applied. And afterwards, he said, well, I ain't got nothing going on. You want to come to my house? I'm like, sure. And I thought we were going to make love or something like that. It sounds like, no, that's a joke. That's a joke. But we went over to his house, played some video games, and I remember I felt really, really awkward because I was like, I don't know this dude at all. He just whatever. I'm just playing video games with this guy, and the next thing you know, the next 3 years we never separated.
Did y'all play, or did you play football all throughout high school?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I was always a sports guy.
Yeah, so was I.
My sports were always football and baseball. I think I like playing baseball better, but I like watching football better.
Never played baseball. I always wish I did. After the fact, I was like, man, I feel like I should have probably just at least done it. But
you're a basketball dude, weren't you?
Basketball and football. Played football and basketball, yeah. And then did golf as well. Golf was fun.
I wish I would have played golf. I don't have the body type to play basketball whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't either. I used to.
Yeah.
But the thing about small town basketball is if you're over 6 foot, you're the 5.
Yeah.
So I was the center, and it was like, man, I mean, I get like I'm a little bit taller than some people, but it's like if I have any aspirations in the NBA, I'm like, I gotta be a point guard, man. Luckily I didn't have any aspirations.
You were Shaquille O'Neal in the corner, man.
Yeah.
That's funny, man. I even now Bridgeport, my hometown, is a little bit bigger than Paradise, your hometown. And even though our athletic department hasn't been that great the last couple of years, it's rebuilding. We got a new AD and stuff like that, and they're doing some good work.
Man, Paradise is going on.
Paradise is on a run.
Yeah, they are.
The run of their history.
Yeah, ever. Yeah.
I do notice, especially when it comes to like basketball or any sports, there's such a size and height difference between Bridgeport being like 4A and Paradise being a 3A,
absolutely,
and vice versa. 4A to 5A is a big difference. God. You get those 6A schools, it's like watching a little college team.
Man, it's insane. We used to play tournaments. So Bridgeport actually used to put on an awesome tournament, the Christmas tournament.
I think they still do.
Do they still do it?
I think so.
Their tournament used to be one of my favorites, but we went to Salado one year, which is one of my favorite Texas towns. If you ever have a chance to go to Salado, think it's awesome. I think it's just like such a good. It's near Austin, and Temple, kind of that area.
Okay.
And it's just like a great little Texas town. It's got the best downtown. It's like a 4A school. It just feels like a good tight knit community. But that's my Salado take.
Yeah.
I just want to get that off my
Right on.
chest. But we used to go down there, and they hosted like some big schools. And I mean, shoot, we played against I can't remember, they were the NBA academy or something like that.
Okay.
Like it was like an academy out of Dallas that their whole purpose is to put kids in like other NBA
Really?
schools. So we played them, and I think we lost probably, I'd say 80-20 or something like that.
I was gonna say
it wasn't even close.
I was gonna say, did you dog smack them?
No, dude, I got dunked on. And I was like, this is not fun.
Time to pay the bills.
This is Corbin McBride with Goosehead Insurance. Just coming to you real quick to try to just offer my services. We do anything property and casualty. So that's going to be home, auto, ATV, boat, anything you really own, even commercial business. Happy to quote you out and see if we can help you save some money. My number is 682-282-5051. And my email is corbin.mcbride@goosehead.com. Thank you.
You graduated
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about the class of 2016?
Oh yeah,
Bulls with
of
the
course.
T-Bulls?
Yeah. Y'all won state that year,
We
right?
won, dude. I have friends that were actually on that team, none of the superstars.
Yeah, I have a good buddy that's on, Andrew Horton.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are so many stories about that team. If you're in the audience, if you don't know, Bridgeport had a couple of move-in kids that all played at like this homeschool type academy that were very, very great basketball players, to say the least, put it lightly. And there's 4 of them. They all moved to Bridgeport my sophomore year, and they were at the time juniors and seniors. And Bridgeport went on the run of a lifetime. I think they went 34-3 or something like that.
Yeah, it was insane.
It was nuts, man. The guy that brought them all in was literally I think like a billionaire, literally a billionaire. Kids were riding around in private jets.
He was buddies with Mark Cuban, right?
Yeah, I think he's Mark Cuban's brother-in-law.
Okay.
I think.
So the wife is Mark Cuban's sister?
I think that's the correct thing.
Man, I remember we used to watch, because they would televise some of it on like WFAA,
Yeah.
things like that. We used to watch it. And I didn't have any ties to Bridgeport other than living next to it, in Paradise. But we used to watch their games all the time. Like our whole basketball team would.
Dude, it was nuts, man. Like I remember as a kid, again, I know UIL like put massive investigation on this, and I've heard that from multiple. There was some stuff where it seemed kind of crazy from what I know, and I could be wrong about this. I think schools were literally, not necessarily talking about just cash monies, but I think they were like doing their bids on why these kids should come to their school, and somehow Bridgeport won.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I heard we got to get somebody on our podcast. That'd be an interesting guest star on here one day. Something about that.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like just a freak.
If somebody's willing to talk about it, I gotta get them on, because my friend that I'm not gonna say his name right now, but I got a friend that was on the team. He has such interesting stories about that team. It literally feels the Last Dance Chicago Bulls documentary. Like it's that interesting. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but
I was always surprised it wasn't Decatur.
Yeah, I was shocked by that too.
Yeah.
Decatur's our rival school, if interested in knowing. But I remember again, the guy. There was so much money involved with this group here, and when I say so much money, I don't mean people were getting paid or anything like that, as far as I know. But I mean, like just the amount of stuff that they were giving the student body to get people to come to games, stuff like that. I remember they'd play like a random game, and for all the students there, they'd have like an In-N-Out burger truck, and like if you showed up, you can get like a free In-N-Out burger and chill out. And they did that with multiple different fast food chains and whatnot. It was crazy, man. Giving out free T-shirts all the time to everybody. It was nuts. Absolutely the craziest thing ever. I would love to have somebody on that team come and talk about that experience if they're willing to.
That would be awesome.
It is. I don't think it would do much story-wise outside of our little Wise County, but for Wise County, I think it'd be a big.
I
Big
wasn't
story.
aware they like won a bid or something like that. I thought it just happened by.
Well, it's not like a legal thing, but I do know. I heard that they went to multiple other schools and like kind of talked about like
Really? How
they
many
asked about the
bring?
athletic program.
They brought like 4 different players, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
4 superstar players.
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember Devontae Patterson. Out of
Yes.
all of them, he was insane.
I think he went to G League. I think
He did.
Yeah.
He got a 10-day contract
Yep.
with the Mavericks for a little bit there.
I don't want to say I'm friends with Devontae, but after high school, some of his mutual friends are friends of mine. And
Yeah.
we found out then and there. He's a good guy. He really is. He's
Never
funny.
met him.
He's funny as can be.
Never met him, but I remember just watching the games. Like he'd pull up from half court and then he'd dunk on someone the next play. You're
It was a
like,
highlight reel.
yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
It
You're like,
was.
goodness.
I remember watching like the warm ups, and it was just. I mean, you felt like you were watching a college game with the players, dude. It was nuts. And I think when they went to the state championship, I want to say like we won by like 40 points or something like that against the defending dynasty champs or something.
Yeah, man. And Paradise just won basketball and baseball this year.
I don't think
and they
Paradise
went
is
to
going
the
away.
state
Yeah.
in football. So they almost did a three-peat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they play in the state championship in football?
I believe so. I believe so.
Paradise on a run, man. I don't think it's Wise County entirely is on a run.
Absolutely. I think it's
I think it's 7 state championships this year.
Really?
Yes.
That's-
Bridgeport won one of those.
And soccer.
Soccer, yeah.
Dude, they've always been dominant in soccer.
We're on Wise County's having a good sport year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's just the beginning.
I think it's a lot of DFW people just moving out here.
I think so as
or
well.
moving out to, Wise County, trying to get away from the hustle and bustle of Keller. And then because Keller's blowing up, South Lake's blowing up, all these places, they're trying to get some land a little cheaper.
Wise County is a really good spot to live at.
It is.
You're 30 minutes away from the metro area. It's a small enough town feel where you don't feel like the congestion, hustle, bustle of the big city.
Definitely.
And if you want to go super rural, then you're 30 minutes the other way, and you're in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. You could even go all the way up to like Sunset, Chico, all that area, and still get some land for cheap.
We got a great lake.
Inexpensive, but
yeah.
Man, land in Paradise, I know, is crazy right now.
It's hot.
Yeah,
it's very hot. I mean, it's the price is going up, man, out in that area. But again, like if you have the opportunity to live out there, it really is. It's a great community. All the towns there are good towns, all different in their little ways. I'm excited to see the future of the county.
I know Bridgeport just they had a vote on a pretty big bill that got denied.
Yeah,
which they're banking on pretty hardcore, from what I understood.
That's one thing, especially with like school districts, stuff like that. I do wish that there'd be more support to grow and expand the school, not expand the school district.
Yeah,
to help out with like
expand the budget and things like that. Yeah,
we have a rare, unique oddity in which our district essentially covers 2 different towns with 2 completely different, I guess you could say, average citizen.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of older citizens that they see that they have to front the tax bill, and they're just not big fans of that.
This is true. This is true. We can have a whole entire podcast.
Yeah,
yeah. And we'll have half the people hate us.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I don't live in Bridgeport, so I'm not on either side. But from what I understand, Paradise's taxes are kind of getting a little high too.
I think it's the name of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Growth brings.
I think Decatur's passed a pretty hefty little bond package for their school district. I think taxes have to increase a little bit there too.
Yeah, Decatur's always been though, like growing up in Wise County, Decatur's always been the rich.
Yeah,
I don't
know. I'm starting to think Paradise becoming that now.
It kind of is, man. I know a lot of people that they'll buy a house in Paradise just so they'll live in Decatur, but they'll buy something in Paradise just to put their mailbox, so they can send their kids to school there. Yeah. Well, we've always been a super strict school. Like you couldn't have basketball shorts, hair on your ears, hair on your neck.
Is it still like that from what you know?
I'm not sure. But from what I understand, I think the hair is still in place.
Yeah.
I think they did allow basketball shorts finally, which was funny because it was like a huge no-no whenever I was in school.
Our school back in high school, that they cared about was guys being clean shaven, and obviously, guys or girls, don't show off too much body.
Yeah. And they wouldn't even let us wear hats on campus. Like you couldn't have a cap.
Actually, I don't think that was. I don't think that's a thing in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Still,
from what I remember Bridgeport kids could wear hats and do.
They may, but not like during class. They could do long hair. It's had to be like neat. Which I'll be honest with you, I don't really understand. I don't really understand the big issue with dress codes at public schools. I really don't. I have a personal opinion on that. I just think.
You think there shouldn't be one, or you think?
as long as it's not becoming an issue in the other students. Obviously, I don't think a girl should walk around like in a sports bra and that's that, or a guy walk around with no shirt on or something. But
What was it? The dollar bill? Is that what it was? You had to have your shirt from your neck to the shoulder had to be like the length of a dollar bill.
I never got dress coded, so I
Yeah,
don't
me
know for sure.
neither.
They had something though. I remember I had a friend of mine, a preppy guy. He actually is. I don't remember many girls that got dress coded for shorts.
Yeah.
But I have a guy friend of mine that got dress coded for having his shorts were too short.
Really? that was out of spite.
That was funny.
That was out of spite by the principal. He's
That
like,
was funny.
you're gonna wear those, you're gonna get dress code.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll tell you the thing that surprises me nowadays is how many. I used to film the sports games or do some photography work for the school or whatnot. Surprises me is how many kids I see with tattoos nowadays, open tattoos.
Really?
Yeah, I see a lot. At least in Bridgeport, I don't say a lot, but I've seen a few kids tatted up, and I'm like, it's just.
Man, I remember kids that did get tats in high school. They had to wear arm sleeves all the time.
Really?
Yeah, they made them cover them up.
Goodness.
Yeah.
We can talk more about tats and the crazy basketball high school stories
Yeah.
for another day. I definitely really want to get somebody on who want to talk about that team.
Yeah. I don't know anyone that's really close to it, so
I got somebody in mind. I'm not going to say his name. I got
Maybe
somebody in mind who might be willing to do
we'll
it.
put the when they do the
The
drug dealer interviews.
the voice count,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
don't even remember where he's from.
but anyways, man, we're gonna call out today. I know you gotta get back to work, brother. We're gonna end it here. We will see you guys next week on another episode. And as always, kids, stay off drugs, and we'll catch you on the flip.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to The Jake Show. This episode has been brought to you by Jake Martinez of the Martinez Mortgage Team at Ameridream Mortgage Group. Don't hesitate to see what your home buying or refinancing options are today. Call or text Jake at 940-389-5443 to get started. NMLS number 2453141. Equal housing lender. Tune in next week for the brand new episode of The Jake Show.